What makes us who we are? Are our choices shaped by the genes inherited from our ancestors? Or is it the culture we grow up in, the traditions, norms, and beliefs? And what about religion, one of humanity's most enduring institutions? Do these forces truly mold human behavior? Or is the truth more complicated? In this video, we'll uncover whether genes, culture, or religion are truly the architects of our actions, or if these ideas are merely myths. For centuries, philosophers, scientists, and theologians have debated the roots of human behavior. Is our destiny written in our DNA? Does culture program us like software? Or do religious values instill our sense of right and wrong? The question isn't just academic, it's deeply personal. Understanding what truly shapes our choices can help us make better decisions, foster empathy, and even resolve conflicts. Let's start with the most fundamental part of our existence, our genes. How much power do they truly wield over who we are and what we do? Genes are often described as the blueprints of life. They carry the instructions for everything from the color of your eyes to the way your brain processes emotions. But how much do they dictate your behavior? Studies on identical twins provide some of the strongest evidence for genetic influences. Even when raised apart, twins often display similar personality traits, preferences, and even quirks. But genes aren't the whole story. Genetics determine potential, they set the stage. But how we act on that stage depends on countless external factors. If genes set the stage, then culture writes the script. But how does culture influence the choices we make every day? Culture is the invisible force shaping much of our behavior. It's the language we speak, the food we eat, and the customs we follow. But culture isn't just about traditions, it's a powerful system of values and norms that guide how we live and interact with others. For example, in collectivist cultures like Japan, the group's success is often prioritized over individual achievement. Meanwhile, in individualistic cultures like the United States, personal freedom and self-expression are emphasized. Culture influences everything from how we perceive time, to how we express emotions, and even how we define morality. And its impact starts early. Children are socialized into cultural norms from the moment they're born. But culture doesn't act alone. Its influence often overlaps with another major force, religion, which provides a moral compass for billions of people worldwide. Religion has long been a cornerstone of human societies. It teaches us what is right and wrong, connects us to something greater than ourselves, and fosters a sense of community. But how much does religion actually shape behavior? Research suggests that religious teachings often align with the cultural context in which they develop. This means that religion and culture are deeply intertwined. Religion also plays a role in regulating behavior. For example, studies show that people who actively practice their faith often report higher levels of prosocial behavior like volunteering, donating, or helping strangers. But genes, culture, and religion don't act in isolation. Instead, they work together in complex ways to shape who we are. Let's explore how these forces overlap. Imagine your behavior as the result of three forces pulling in different directions. Your genes provide the foundation, your culture adds structure, and your religion adds meaning. Together, they create the unique mosaic of you. For example, a person with a genetic predisposition for risk-taking might be more likely to embrace high-risk activities in a culture that values adventure. But in a conservative, religious environment, that same individual might channel their tendencies into more socially accepted forms of risk, like entrepreneurship. This interplay highlights an important truth. Genes, culture, and religion don't dictate behavior. Instead, they guide and influence it, shaping the paths we take but never completely determining them. With this understanding, let's separate fact from fiction by addressing some of the biggest myths about how these forces shape behavior. There are plenty of misconceptions when it comes to understanding the roles of genes, culture, and religion in shaping behavior. Let's tackle some of the biggest myths and uncover the truth. One of the most common myths is that genes are destiny, that they completely dictate who you are and what you do. But the reality is more nuanced. While genes provide a blueprint, how that blueprint is expressed depends on your environment. Another myth is that culture is fixed, traditions remain the same forever. In truth, culture is constantly evolving, adapting to new technologies, ideas, and global influences. It's often assumed that religion always leads to moral behavior. While religion does encourage pro-social actions, history shows that it has also been used to justify conflict, discrimination, and even violence. The truth is, genes, culture, and religion are not absolute forces. Instead, they influence behavior in complex and dynamic ways, always interacting with each other and with the world around us. So, what does this all mean for us as individuals? Let's conclude with some key takeaways. At the end of the day, the debate about genes, culture, and religion isn't about which one has the most power. It's about recognizing the intricate web of influences that shape our behavior. Understanding these forces can help us navigate the complexities of human behavior. It can teach us empathy knowing that people's actions are shaped by influences we might not see. It can also empower us to take control of our lives, knowing that behavior isn't entirely predetermined. So, are genes, culture, and religion the ultimate architects of our behavior? The answer is both yes and no. They guide us, but the power to act and to change still lies within us. Thank you for watching this exploration into the forces that shape human behavior. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Tooth for more deep dives into life's biggest questions.